What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fantasy Addiction Network. Today we are talking the matchup preview for the Ravens and Bills for Week 14. So this one is going to be a bit telling. This is a very, very important game for the Bills to try to prove to the rest of the NFL that they're for real. They definitely showed up last week against the Cowboys, but the Cowboys are showing more and more to be paper tigers. So this is a really good test for the Bills. Right now, the over-under is 43.5, so not too high. That puts the implied point total for Baltimore at about 25, Buffalo at about 19. So Baltimore is definitely favored for this one, and rightfully so. I think they're the better team, but I do think that Buffalo can actually hang in this game. Buffalo, looking at them from a fantasy perspective, the Ravens are incredibly stingy against the quarterback. They've only allowed one top 12 performance for quarterbacks in the entire fantasy season. Yes, Josh Allen has been playing really well over the past couple weeks and has really taken a step forward as a quarterback in the NFL, but this will be a true test for him. I don't want to bank my fantasy playoffs on a quarterback playing the Ravens, so if you have a better option, I recommend pivoting off of Josh Allen. From a running back perspective, I think Singletary is going to have a decent game. Last week we saw the 49ers were able to get it done on the ground. The Ravens have been playing well against the running backs, but they've been better against the quarterbacks and the receivers. So likely if the Bills are going to have any momentum in this game, they're going to have to maintain a strong ground game. And Devin Singletary has looked really good the past couple weeks. I would continue playing him if you have him. From a wide receiver perspective, this is where it gets a little dicey. If the Bills can hang in there, then I'm looking for John Brown and Cole Beasley to have a decent game. And even if they start getting blown out, that's just going to open up the door for more garbage time. So I do think that there's a good chance, no matter how this game plays out, that both John Brown and Cole Beasley, while not must start plays, they definitely should at least perform well enough for you to be satisfied to start them this week. Not really any tight ends to speak of, and I'm definitely not starting Buffalo's defense against Lamar Jackson. You just don't do that. Okay, looking at the Ravens side of the ball, Buffalo has been strong against the quarterback, but against Lamar Jackson, he's gotten you this far. He looks like he's going to end up being the league MVP. You don't bench the league MVP. From a running back perspective, Buffalo is much better against the pass, just like the Ravens, so they try to funnel everything to the run. So I think this is going to be a huge rebound game for Mark Ingram. If you have him, start him with confidence. You're not starting any receivers this week from the Ravens side of the ball. Marquise Brown has been very inconsistent. If he gets you a big touchdown, you're happy. Otherwise, you're pretty disappointed in his production. And I think this will be another game that is won on the ground with Lamar Jackson and Mark Ingram running over the Bills defense. It's not going to be done through the air with any of the receivers. If you're starting any pass catcher, it's going to be Mark Andrews. He always has a chance for scoring a touchdown, and he's Lamar Jackson's favorite target. I think Mark Andrews has a decent showing this one, even though the Bills are pretty good against the tight end. I think this will end up being a very limited offensive performance for both teams, but I think that you're comfortable starting Mark Andrews, and at this point you probably don't have too much choice with the tight ends. Baltimore on the road for their defense against the Bills, who could hang in there and could keep this a close game. I'm not too excited about starting them this week. They could have a decent performance if the Bills just completely implode, but I'm not banking on that. So just based on the nature of this game, most likely being close and being in Buffalo, I'm looking to avoid starting either of the defenses in this game if possible. Overall, I think the Ravens will win this game, but I do think it will be close. I think the Bills are legit, and I think this will end up being a really good game. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please feel free to check out the rest of the previews for this week, and I hope you guys like and subscribe to my channel. We'll see you in the next video.